Beloved child, you are not hearing this by accident. You did not arrive at this message by chance, and your heart did not pause here without purpose. I know the door you have been thinking about. I know the job you prayed for, the promotion you hoped would finally recognize your faithfulness, the contract that seemed close enough to touch, the interview that stirred your expectation, the business opportunity that looked like it was beginning to open, and the career path that suddenly appeared to close before you understood why. I saw the moment your hope rose, and I saw the moment it fell. I saw you trying to be strong while something inside you quietly asked, "Did I miss it? Did I hear wrong? Did God forget me here?" My child, listen carefully. What looked closed on earth is still under review in heaven. Human silence is not the same as divine silence. A delayed response is not the same as a denied promise. A rejection letter is not the same as the final word over your future. I am the one who goes before you. I am the one who walks beside you. I am the one who stands behind you when your confidence is shaking and you do not know whether to try again, wait again, or let go completely. I have not stopped working because people stopped responding. I have not lost authority because a person, a company, a manager, a board, or a system seemed to shut the door in your face. I saw the unanswered email. I saw you checking again, refreshing again, hoping that maybe there would be an update, maybe there would be clarity, maybe someone would explain why the conversation suddenly went quiet. I saw the application you submitted with care, the resume you revised, the words you prayed over, the courage it took to put yourself forward again after past disappointment. I saw the meeting that was canceled, the opportunity that was postponed, the promise that seemed warm one day and cold the next. I saw the promotion given to someone else while you smiled outwardly and carried the ache inwardly. I saw the door that seemed to shut without explanation, and I saw how quickly your mind began searching your past, your flaws, your age, your qualifications, your mistakes, your timing, trying to find the reason you were not chosen. But beloved child, I do not measure you the way the world measures you. I do not determine your worth by one interview, one answer, one title, one salary, one invitation, or one rejection. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Jeremiah 1:5. Before you ever worked for approval, I called you by name. You are mine. Isaiah 43:1. You are not an accident, wandering through career options. You are not a forgotten worker standing outside a locked gate. You are an intention shaped from eternity. And even your work, even your gifts, even your assignments, even the places where your hands will serve and your voice will carry weight, are known to me. There are doors I open that no one can shut, and there are doors I shut that no one can open. Revelation 3:7. But do not misunderstand my hand. When I close, I am not cruel. When I delay, I am not absent. When I allow a door to remain still for a season, I am not mocking your desire. I am reviewing what you cannot see. I am weighing timing. I am guarding assignment. I am aligning motives, relationships, provision, and protection. I am not only looking at whether the door can open. I am looking at what that door will do to your peace, your calling, your family, your integrity, your future, and your walk with me. So do not let career fear become louder than my voice. Do not let one closed door convince you that I have no open door prepared. Be still, and let your soul remember who holds the key. I do not shout above the noise of panic. I whisper within the quiet. I speak again to the place in you that feels embarrassed, overlooked, and tired from hoping. That door is not finished simply because it looked finished. That opportunity is not beyond my reach simply because it moved beyond yours. Heaven is not bound by human silence. Heaven is not intimidated by rejection. Heaven does not need permission from the people who failed to answer you. If you are choosing faith over career fear, like this video as an act of agreement, not with a platform, but with the truth that I am still Lord over your steps. Subscribe for more God-centered encouragement so your heart can be strengthened while you wait, listen, and move with me. And write in the comments, Lord, review my career door according to your will. Let those words become surrender. Let them become trust. Let them become the place where anxiety loosens its grip and faith rises again. Beloved child, I am not finished with that door, and I am not finished with you. I saw the moment you thought you had been rejected. I saw it before you found the words for it. I saw the slight pause in your spirit when the answer came, when the message arrived, when the call did not come, when the position was given to someone else, when the silence became too loud to ignore. I saw you try to make it small. I saw you tell yourself it was fine, that you were mature enough to handle it, that perhaps it was not meant to be. Yet beneath those careful words, there was an ache you did not want anyone else to see. Beloved child, I did not look away from you there. I went before you into that interview. I was already in the room before your name was spoken. I knew the questions before they were asked. I knew the thoughts behind the faces that looked across the table. I knew the hidden conversations that would happen after you left. I walked beside you when you waited, when you checked your phone, when you wondered if you had said too much or not enough, when you replayed every answer and searched for the moment where everything may have turned. And I remained behind you when the answer disappointed you, when you closed the email, when your stomach sank, when your heart tried to be quiet but your mind began to race. My child, I know the secret emotions that career rejection can awaken. I know the shame that whispers, maybe I was foolish to hope. I know the comparison that rises when someone else announces the very breakthrough you were praying for. I know the panic about money, the bills, the rent, the family needs, the responsibilities that do not pause simply because a door has not opened. I know the fear that time is passing, that you are getting older, that others are ahead, that you should have been further by now. I know the fear that your skills are not enough, your history is too complicated, your opportunity has passed, your season has been missed. And I heard the quiet question you barely allowed yourself to ask. Did I miss God? No, beloved child, do not let disappointment become your interpreter. Do not let a closed career door explain your identity to you. That moment was painful, but it was not proof that you are unwanted. It was not proof that you are unqualified. It was not proof that you are forgotten, abandoned, or disqualified from what I have prepared. The world may choose according to what it sees, but I see the heart. 1 Samuel 16:7. People may scan a resume, weigh experience, compare candidates, and make decisions with limited understanding. But I see what I placed within you before any title was attached to your name. I see the diligence no one applauded. I see the faithfulness that did not trend. I see the tears you wiped away and the prayers you prayed before you tried again. Do not be ashamed that it hurt. Bring the hurt to me. Do not hide it beneath spiritual language so quickly that you never let me touch the wound. I am close to the brokenhearted. Psalm 34:18. I am not offended by your disappointment. I am not impatient with your questions. I am not standing far away waiting for you to become strong before I come near. I am near now. I am near in the unanswered place. I am near in the confusion. I am near in the quiet room where you wondered whether your life was falling behind. But listen, my child, the closed door did not expose your worthlessness. It exposed where your trust had been stretched. It revealed the place where your sense of safety had become tied to an outcome, a position, an approval, a yes from people who do not hold your future. And I am not exposing this to shame you. I am revealing it to form you. I am beginning a deeper work in you, not because you failed, but because I am preparing you to walk into what comes next without being ruled by fear, comparison, panic, or desperation. So breathe again. Let your shoulders come down. Let the moment of rejection be brought into my presence and renamed. It was not the end of your story. It was not the verdict over your calling. It was a place where I met you, a place where I held you, a place where I began to teach your heart that your worth is not waiting on a human yes. I go before you. I walk beside you. I stand behind you. And even in the moment you felt unseen, you were fully seen by me. Now let me show you what I mean when I say, the door is being reviewed in heaven. I am not speaking of confusion. I am not speaking of distance. I am not speaking as though I must gather information the way people gather reports, because I already know the beginning from the end. I am speaking of my holy process, my loving examination, my perfect weighing of what must be aligned before the next step is released. I review timing. I review motives. I review character. I review capacity. I review protection. I review purpose. I review the door, and I review the heart that is walking toward the door, because I do not merely want you to enter something. I want you to be able to stand in it with peace. Beloved child, humans may say no quickly. A manager may make a decision in one meeting. A recruiter may move your name aside in a moment. A board may choose another direction. A client may withdraw. A company may freeze a position. A market may shift. A person may misunderstand your value, but their conclusion is not always my conclusion. Their pause is not always my pause. Their no is not always my denial. Sometimes what they call finished, I am still arranging. Sometimes what they call closed, I am still protecting. Sometimes what they call delayed, I am still preparing. Sometimes what looks like rejection is actually review. Not rejection, but review. Not abandonment, but alignment. Not denial, but timing. Not punishment, but preparation. Let those words settle into the place where disappointment has been speaking too loudly. You have looked at the outcome and thought, it is over. I have looked at the whole path and said, it is still being formed. You have looked at the silence and thought, nothing is happening. I have looked beneath the surface and said, much is being moved. You have looked at the door and wondered why it did not open on your schedule. I have looked at the door, the room behind it, the people connected to it, the pressure inside it, the cost attached to it, the version of you approaching it, and I have moved with wisdom deeper than your understanding. Remember what is written, in their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. Proverbs 16:9. You may plan, you may apply, you may prepare, you may interview, you may send the proposal, attend the meeting, update the resume, sharpen the skill, make the phone call, and take the practical step. These things matter. I do not despise diligence. I honor faithfulness. But your career movement is not controlled only by applications, interviews, managers, markets, salaries, algorithms, opinions, or human access. I establish steps. I can turn a delay into direction. I can turn a closed door into protection. I can turn a forgotten name into a remembered name at the appointed time. I can cause the right conversation to happen when you are not in the room. I can move the heart of a decision maker. I can redirect you from a place that would have drained you into a place that will develop you. Do not think that my review is harsh. I am not sitting above your career with a cold hand, withholding what you need while you beg below. I am a father. I see the bills. I see the pressure. I see the responsibilities resting on your shoulders. I know the ache of wanting to provide, to grow, to be useful, to be recognized, to finally feel that your labor has a place. But because I love you, I will not release you into something simply because you are desperate for movement. Movement without alignment can become bondage. Opportunity without peace can become a trap. Promotion without formation can become pressure that crushes what I am still strengthening within you. So I review the door, and I review you, not because you are unworthy, but because you are valuable. The door may need to be prepared, and the vessel may need to be strengthened at the same time. The position may not yet be stable. The leader may not yet be ready. The environment may be carrying hidden conflict. The assignment may require wisdom you are still receiving. The income may be attractive, but the cost to your soul may be too high. The title may look like advancement, but the atmosphere may pull you away from me. The opportunity may be real, yet the timing may not be ripe. A seed forced open before its season is not blessed by speed. It is harmed by pressure. My child, do not despise the reviewing place. It is where I quiet motives that were shaped by fear. It is where I loosen the need to prove yourself. It is where I teach you that your identity cannot be built on being chosen by people. It is where I increase your capacity, not only to work, but to discern, not only to succeed, but to remain whole, not only to enter rooms, but to carry my presence in them. I am not merely preparing a job for you. I am preparing you for assignment. I am not merely arranging income. I am aligning purpose. I am not merely answering ambition. I am forming a witness. There are times when I allow a door to remain still because I am removing what would have harmed you. There are times when I delay a yes because I am purifying the reason you wanted it. There are times when I redirect your steps because the path you preferred would have taken more from you than it gave. There are times when I let the first version of an opportunity close so that a better version can come forth with the right timing, the right people, the right protection, and the right peace. You see one doorway. I see the network of consequences connected to it. You see the present need. I see the future wait. You see the next position. I see the person you are becoming. So be still in the review. Do not panic and call yourself forgotten. Do not rush to force open what I am still examining. Do not return to old fear and begin striving as though my hand has lifted from your life. I go before you into the process you cannot see. I walk beside you in the waiting you can feel. I stand behind you when disappointment tries to push you backward. and I stand ahead of you at the appointed place, holding what is right, guarding what is holy, and establishing the step that no rejection can cancel when my time has come. Remember Joseph, my child. He carried dreams before he carried authority. He saw glimpses before he saw fulfillment. He had favor before he had a platform, and he had preparation before he had position. I showed him something real, but I did not show him every valley between the dream and the throne. I allowed him to receive a promise that was larger than his present surroundings, and then I led him through places that seemed to contradict what I had spoken. The pit looked like the death of the dream. Slavery looked like the loss of identity. False accusation looked like injustice winning. Prison looked like wasted years. Yet I was there. Joseph was not forgotten in the place that looked like delay. He was not abandoned when his brothers threw him down. He was not unseen when he was sold. He was not disqualified when he was misread. He was not removed from my plan when people lied about him, used him, overlooked him, or left him waiting. What others meant for evil, I was already weaving into purpose. Genesis 50:20. What looked like a chain was also becoming a classroom. What looked like confinement was also becoming formation. What looked like distance from the promise was actually the corridor through which I was carrying him toward it. So it is with you. You may feel buried in a season that does not match what I showed you. You may feel overlooked in a workplace where your gifts are used but not honored. You may feel underpaid, under-recognized, overextended, misread, or trapped in a role that seems beneath what I placed within you. You may be doing tasks that feel too small for the dreams you carry. You may be serving people who do not understand your capacity. You may be waiting for a door while others move ahead. And you may wonder why your preparation seems hidden while your desire for movement grows louder. But beloved child, hidden does not mean wasted. Small does not mean meaningless. Delayed does not mean denied. Joseph learned in places he did not choose. He learned stewardship in Potiphar's house. He learned integrity when temptation offered him a shortcut. He learned endurance when false accusation placed him where he did not belong. He learned discernment in prison, listening to dreams, interpreting what others could not understand, serving even when he was the one still waiting. He did not become wise only in the palace. Wisdom was formed in the places that seemed least connected to his destiny. Favor was with him even before the door opened. The Lord was with Joseph, and whatever he did, the Lord made it succeed. Genesis 39:23. So it is with you. I am building more than skill. I am building wisdom. I am building resilience. I am building humility. I am building discernment. I am building patience that will not collapse under pressure. I am building emotional maturity so that when you are placed in a room of influence, you will not be ruled by insecurity, revenge, comparison, or the need to prove yourself. I am forming spiritual authority in you, not merely professional ability. Talent may get attention, but formed character can carry weight. Giftedness may open a conversation, but wisdom knows how to stand when the conversation becomes costly. I am preparing you for a door that requires more than your resume. It requires the person you are becoming in me. Do not despise the hidden season. Do not despise the repetition, the ordinary work, the quiet responsibilities, the place where no one claps, the assignments that stretch your patience, the conversations that teach you restraint, the waiting that reveals what still needs healing in your heart. I know you want the door to move. I know you want the call, the offer, the promotion, the contract, the breakthrough, the answer that tells you the waiting is finally over. But if I release the door before your inner life is strengthened, the door may become heavier than you expect. If I give you influence before humility is rooted, the influence can bend you. If I give you increase before peace is established, the increase can become another place of fear. Joseph's door opened at the appointed time, not because Pharaoh was generous, not because the prison suddenly became fair, not because people finally decided to do what was right. His door opened because I had positioned him for a specific problem that only a prepared Joseph could solve. When the dream came to Pharaoh and no one else could interpret it, Joseph was not merely gifted, he was ready. The years had taught him how to listen. The injustice had taught him how to stand. The prison had taught him how to serve without applause. The delay had taught him how to trust me when nothing seemed to be moving. So it is with you. There is a problem, a place, a people, an assignment, a moment that will require not only what you know, but who you have become. There are rooms where your pain will become wisdom. There are conversations where your waiting will become compassion. There are decisions where your hidden obedience will become authority. There are opportunities that would have overwhelmed the earlier version of you, but will be carried with steadiness by the formed version of you. I am not late. I am not careless. I am not wasting your years. I am forming the vessel and preparing the opening. Be still, my child, and let Joseph remind you that a delayed dream is not a dead dream. Let his story speak to your career disappointment and say, God can still be present here. God can still be preparing here. God can still be positioning here. The pit did not cancel the palace. The prison did not cancel the promise. The silence did not cancel the appointed time. I go before you into the place you cannot see. I walk beside you in the role that feels beneath you. I stand behind you when discouragement tries to make you quit too early. And I stand ahead of you at the door that will open correctly, in the right time, for the right purpose, with the character I have been forming in secret. And now, my child, let me speak to the part of you that still wonders why something so good could close. You looked at the salary and thought, this would help me breathe again. You looked at the title and thought, this would finally make sense of my labor. You looked at the company name, the location, the visibility, the recognition, the benefits, the open door in front of you, and you thought, surely this is the answer. And when it did not open, when it moved away, when someone else was chosen, when the invitation faded, it felt as though provision had been pulled from your hands. But beloved child, I saw more than the shine of the door. I saw the weight behind it. I saw conversations you were not invited into. I saw motives that were hidden beneath professional language. I saw instability behind polished promises. I saw leadership that would have praised your ability while draining your spirit. I saw systems that would have demanded your excellence, but refused to honor your humanity. I saw contracts that looked profitable, but carried snares. I saw partnerships that would have used your gift and confused your peace. I saw burnout waiting behind an impressive title. I saw the cost to your prayer life, your family, your health, your integrity, your tenderness, your sleep, your joy. And because I love you, I did not allow you to walk blindly into what looked like advancement but carried hidden sorrow. Do not mistake my protection for rejection. Do not call my mercy cruelty because it came wrapped in disappointment. I do not withhold to wound you. I withhold to guard you. I do not close to mock your desire. I close when the door would take more from you than it could ever give back. I know the ache of wanting what looked perfect. I know how hard it is to release something that seemed to answer so many prayers at once. But my child, not every glittering opportunity is aligned with your assignment. Not every higher salary carries my peace. Not every impressive room is a room where your soul can remain whole. Remember, I watch over your coming and your going. Psalm 121:8. I watch when you leave your home for work. I watch when you enter meetings. I watch when you sign papers. I watch when you join teams, submit proposals, answer calls, negotiate contracts, and step into assignments. I am not only Lord over your worship, I am Lord over your workplace. I am not only present in the sanctuary, I am present in the office, the interview, the boardroom, the warehouse, the classroom, the clinic, the studio, the business, the marketplace, and the quiet corner where you ask me what to do next. I watch your coming and your going because your steps matter to me. So bless what did not choose you. Release the resentment toward those who overlooked you. Let go of the need to replay their decision until bitterness takes root in your heart. You do not need to curse the door that closed in order to trust the one who guarded you. You do not need to prove that they were wrong in order for me to prove that I am faithful. Forgive the silence, release the offense. Place the names, the emails, the meetings, the missed calls, the unanswered promises, and the painful no into my hands. I am able to defend what belongs to your future without you carrying resentment into your next season. There are battles I have spared you from that you will only understand later. There are losses that were really rescues. There are delays that were shields. There are closed doors that were my hand on your shoulder saying, not this way, my child, not this room, not this cost, not this atmosphere, not this hidden burden. And when the time is right, you will look back and see that I was not withholding goodness from you. I was preserving you for goodness that would not destroy your peace. Be still, beloved child, Let protection become part of your praise. I go before you to see what you cannot see. I walk beside you when disappointment feels heavy. I stand behind you when regret tries to pull you backward. And I stand ahead of you, guarding the door that will open with peace, with purpose, with provision, and with my presence resting upon it. While you wait, beloved child, do not become careless with the season I have placed in your hands. The door may not be moving yet, but you are still being formed. The answer may not have arrived yet, but your obedience still matters. The invitation may still be silent, but your heart must not become noisy with panic. I have already spoken to you about why some doors close, but now I am speaking to you about how to live while the door is being reviewed, while timing is being aligned, while hidden things are being arranged, while your next step is being prepared beyond what your eyes can see. Do not wait in bitterness. Do not wait in fear. Do not wait by surrendering your discipline to disappointment. Wait faithfully. Wait prayerfully. Wait diligently. Wait with a teachable spirit. Wait with your heart sober and your hands still willing to serve. There is a way to wait that weakens the soul, and there is a way to wait that strengthens it. There is a waiting that sits in resentment, replaying what did not happen, feeding on comparison, losing tenderness, and calling it wisdom. But there is also a waiting that remains near to me, a waiting that says, Lord, I do not understand the whole path, but I will obey the next step. That kind of waiting is not empty. That kind of waiting becomes holy ground. Remember, my word is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. Psalm 119, 105. A lamp does not flood the entire future with brightness. A lamp gives enough light for the next step. You have wanted the whole map. You have wanted the date, the name, the company, the salary, the title, the location, the certainty, the confirmation, the full explanation of why the door closed and when the next one will open. But my child, I often lead by the next obedient step, not by giving you control over the entire road. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3, 5. You do not need to understand everything to remain faithful in this moment. You need to keep your eyes on me. So refine your gift while you wait. Steward the assignment already in your hand. Do not despise the current place, because it is not the final place. Do not treat today as meaningless, because tomorrow has not been revealed. Prepare what can be prepared. Strengthen what can be strengthened. Bring order where there has been neglect. Update what needs to be ready. Practice what needs to be sharpened. Learn what I keep placing before you. Tend to the small responsibilities with a clean heart, because faithfulness in hidden rooms prepares you for visible rooms. Whoever can be trusted with little can also be trusted with much. Luke 16:10. And as you prepare outwardly, let me prepare you inwardly. Forgive the disappointment, release the offense, keep your heart clean. Do not allow rejection to become a root that poisons your expectation. Do not rehearse the names of those who did not choose you until your spirit becomes hardened. Bless them, release them, place them in my hands. A bitter heart cannot clearly receive a blessed door. A panicked heart cannot peacefully discern divine timing. A wounded heart that refuses healing may walk into a new opportunity and still expect old rejection to speak again. Let me heal you before the next door moves, so you do not carry the old ache into the new room. Beloved child, I know you feel inadequate in places. I know you look at the requirements and think you are not enough. I know you look at others and think they have more experience, more confidence, more connections, more favor, more visible success. But where you see weakness, I see room for my strength. My power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. Where you feel behind, I see a place to establish dependence. Where you feel unfinished, I see a vessel still being shaped. Where you feel uncertain, I see an invitation to lean on me more deeply than you have leaned on outcomes. You are not disqualified because you are still becoming. You are becoming because I am not finished with you. Do not let the waiting season turn you against yourself. Do not speak over your life as though delay is proof of failure. Do not say, I am too late, I am too old, I am too far behind, I missed my chance, nothing will change. Those are not my words over you. I have called you by name, you are mine. Isaiah 43:1. I know how to redeem time. I know how to restore confidence. I know how to place you in the right room at the right moment with the right measure of grace. I know how to take the years you thought were scattered and gather wisdom from them. Nothing is wasted when it is surrendered to me. If this word is speaking to your career season, write this as a declaration of faith. I will not panic while God is preparing my open door. Write it not as a slogan, but as agreement with what I am doing in you. Write it over your fear. Write it over the silence. Write it over the unanswered email, the paused opportunity, the delayed promotion, the application still under review, the interview that has not come, the role that slipped away. Let your mouth and your heart come into agreement with trust. I will not panic while God is preparing my open door. My child, waiting is not wasted when you let me teach you how to walk through the right door. I am teaching you to enter without desperation. I am teaching you to receive without idolatry. I am teaching you to succeed without losing your soul. I am teaching you to work with excellence and rest with trust. I am teaching you to discern peace from pressure, favor from flattery, assignment from ambition, and movement from striving. The right door will require wisdom, and I am forming that wisdom now. The right door will require steadiness, and I am strengthening that steadiness now. The right door will require humility, courage, discipline, and a clean heart, and I am not wasting the waiting. I am shaping the one who will walk through. So be still, but do not be passive. Rest, but do not retreat. Prepare, but do not panic. Pray, but do not strive. Work, but do not worship the work. Keep your hands faithful and your heart surrendered. I go before you into the door you cannot yet see. I walk beside you in the waiting you feel today. I stand behind you, protecting you from the fear that wants to pull you backward. And I stand ahead of you, holding the appointed opening, teaching you even now how to enter it with wisdom, with peace, and with my presence upon your life. And while you are waiting, my child, understand this. Stillness in your view does not mean stillness in my hand. You may see no movement, but I am moving. You may hear no update, but I am speaking. You may see no answer in your inbox, no call on your phone, no change in the status, no visible shift in the process, but I am already present in places your feet have not entered. I am moving through people, conversations, and quiet favor you have not seen yet. There are rooms where your name can be mentioned without you being there. There are tables where decisions can pause because I have placed a holy hesitation in someone's spirit. There are resumes that can be reconsidered after they were set aside. There are past connections I can stir at the right time. There are people who remember your faithfulness, your diligence, your character, your kindness, your excellence, even when you thought no one noticed. There are conversations that seem ordinary to others, but I have entered them with purpose. A name spoken casually can become a doorway. An email that seems late can arrive at the exact appointed moment. A delay that frustrates you can make room for a better position to be created, a better leader to enter, a better structure to form, a better invitation to find its way to you. Do not measure my activity only by what is visible. The seed is not dead because it is under soil. The river is not absent because it begins underground. The dawn is not false because the sky is still dark before the sun rises. So it is with you. Meetings that seem coincidental, emails that seem delayed, pauses that seem inconvenient, closed doors that seem final, and conversations that seem disconnected are being woven together into a purposeful plan. You are not being led by chaos. You are not being forgotten by timing. You are not at the mercy of human delay. I am arranging what belongs to your assignment. Remember what is written. All things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. Romans 8:28. Not some things only, not easy things only, not successful interviews only, not open doors only. I know how to work, even the silence. I know how to work the disappointment. I know how to work the pause, the no, the missed opportunity, the redirection, the unanswered message, the unexpected change. I do not waste what you surrender to me. I gather what looked scattered and place it inside a larger mercy. But hear me clearly, beloved child. Divine review does not always mean the same door will reopen. Sometimes it will. Sometimes I will cause what seemed closed to move again, and the very opportunity you thought was lost will return with new timing, new peace, and new clarity. But sometimes the reviewed door becomes a signpost. It shows you direction, reveals desire, sharpens discernment, exposes what matters, and then points you toward a better, cleaner, more aligned door. Do not cling so tightly to one outcome that you cannot receive my better answer when it comes in another form. I can reopen, I can redirect, I can replace, I can redefine, and each one can still be favor. If I reopen, receive it without fear. If I redirect, follow me without resentment. If I replace, trust that I know what fits the calling I placed within you. If I redefine the opportunity, do not despise the new shape because it does not match the old expectation. My blessing is not limited to the form you imagined. My provision is not trapped behind one person's approval. My purpose is not fragile in the hands of one company, one client, one title, one department, one interview, one decision maker. So be attentive, but do not be anxious. Be prepared, but do not be frantic. Keep your heart open. Keep your spirit tender. Keep your hands faithful. There may be a message coming from a place you did not expect. There may be a person I am prompting to reach out. There may be a conversation forming now that will make sense later. There may be a door being built while you are still grieving the one that closed. Trust me in the hidden movement. I go before you into rooms where your name has not yet been spoken. I walk beside you while you wait for what you cannot yet see. I stand behind you, guarding you from the fear that says nothing is happening. And I stand ahead of you, arranging favor with wisdom, timing, protection, and purpose, so that when movement comes, you will know it was not chance. It was my hand. And when the door begins to move again, my child, do not return to the fear that held you after the last disappointment. When communication resumes, when an email arrives, when a conversation opens, when an interview is scheduled, when a name is mentioned, when a new offer comes near, do not let your heart run backward into the old place of panic. Do not say within yourself, what if this fails again? What if they change their mind? What if I am not enough? What if I am about to be rejected all over again? Beloved child, I did not bring you through the waiting so you could stand at the threshold trembling under the voice of what wounded you. Be still, breathe, listen for my peace. The movement of a door does not require the movement of desperation. You do not need to force what I am opening. You do not need to over-explain yourself, diminish yourself, rush your answer, accept confusion as confirmation, or prove your worth to people who are only part of the process. Answer with wisdom. Speak with clarity. Walk with humility. Negotiate without fear. Ask what must be asked. Discern what must be discerned. Let peace guard your heart and mind. Philippians 4:7. If I am in the movement, you do not have to abandon your peace to keep the opportunity alive. Do not allow past rejection to become the interpreter of present favor. Every delay is not failure. Every silence is not a no. Every question is not an accusation. Every pause is not proof that you are unwanted. Every correction is not a sign that you do not belong. The enemy would love to make you read every new process through old pain, until you sabotage what I am sending because you are expecting what already hurt you. But I am healing the place that expects rejection before favor has finished speaking. I am teaching you to respond from identity, not insecurity. You are not begging for a place. You are being positioned for assignment. You are not defined by who rejected you. You are called by the one who formed you. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Jeremiah, Satu, Lima. Before a company knew your name, I knew your purpose. Before an employer evaluated your resume, I had already placed gifts within you. Before a door opened or closed, I had already written intention over your life. So do not stand before people as though they are the source of your future. Respect them, honor the process, prepare with excellence, but remember who establishes your steps. In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. Proverbs 16:9. When the door moves, watch for my peace as much as you watch for opportunity. The right door will not require you to abandon my presence in order to be accepted. It will not demand that you compromise integrity, silence conviction, neglect your soul, or forget who you are, so you can fit into a room that was never meant to carry your calling. If a door asks for your character as payment, be careful. If a door flatters your gift while draining your discernment, be careful. If a door offers advancement but pulls you away from obedience, be careful. I do not bless you by asking you to lose yourself. My blessing adds no sorrow with it. Proverbs 10:22. So move, my child, but move with me. Do not shrink back, but do not strive. Do not be afraid to receive. but do not idolize the offer. Do not let excitement silence wisdom. Do not let fear reject favor. Bring the interview to me. Bring the contract to me. Bring the conversation, the salary, the schedule, the expectations, the leadership, the culture, the hidden cost, and the visible promise to me. I am Lord over the threshold, as much as I was Lord over the waiting. I go before you into the room that is opening. I walk beside you as you answer with wisdom. I stand behind you, healing the memory of old rejection. And I stand ahead of you, guarding the door that belongs to your assignment, so that you may enter without fear, without desperation, without compromise, and with the quiet confidence that I am the one positioning you now. And when I open the door, my child, remember why I am opening it. Do not reduce my movement to a paycheck only. Do not reduce my favor to a title only. Do not reduce my blessing to status, applause, recognition, or the relief of finally being able to say that something worked out. Yes, I care about your provision. Yes, I know the bills, the pressure, the needs, the responsibilities, the weight you have carried in silence. I know what income can ease. I know what stability can restore. I know what a right opportunity can lift from your shoulders. But beloved child, the door I open is for more than your income. It is for assignment. It is for witness. It is for purpose. It is for the light I have placed in you to enter places where darkness has become ordinary. You are not merely seeking employment. You are being formed as a vessel. You are a vessel of peace in rooms where anxiety has ruled. You are a vessel of wisdom where confusion has spread. You are a vessel of integrity where compromise has been normalized. You are a vessel of excellence where carelessness has lowered the standard. You are a vessel of generosity where people have grown cold under pressure. You are a vessel of discernment where many are led only by ambition. Do not think I place you in a workplace only so you can survive. I place you there so my presence can move through ordinary responsibility. Your desk can become an altar of faithfulness. Your business can become a channel of provision. Your craft can become a language of beauty, truth, healing, and order. Your leadership can become a covering for those who have only known harshness. Your service can become a quiet testimony that excellence and humility can walk together. Your creativity can open windows where others have only seen walls. Your words can bring calm. Your decisions can protect people. Your diligence can reveal my nature. Your patience can interrupt a culture of panic. Your honesty can become a witness without you needing to announce yourself loudly. Remember, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord. Colossians 3:23. This is not only about who hires you, it is about who sends you. This is not only about where you sit, it is about what you carry. This is not only about the role described on paper, it is about the spirit with which you enter it. I am able to turn ordinary tasks into holy obedience. I am able to breathe purpose into meetings, reports, designs, calls, classrooms, consultations, caregiving, planning, building, repairing, writing, leading, and serving. When your heart belongs to me, your work is not separated from your worship. So do not idolize the open door when it comes. Receive it with gratitude, but do not bow to it. Celebrate provision, but do not let provision become your master. Accept advancement, but do not let advancement define your worth. Enter the room, but do not forget the one who brought you there. I have not carried you through rejection, delay, preparation, and hidden review so that you would finally worship the opportunity. I have carried you so you would walk into it free, steady, surrendered, and aware that every good and perfect gift comes from me. James 1:17. What once made you anxious will become your testimony of divine timing. What once felt like rejection will become evidence that I was arranging something better. What once looked like silence will become proof that I was moving through hidden conversations. What once felt like being overlooked will become a place where you see that I never took my eyes off you. You will say, I thought the door was closed, but God was reviewing it. I thought I had been denied, but God was protecting me. I thought nothing was happening, but God was preparing me. I thought I was late, but God was aligning me with the appointed time. Beloved child, whether I reopen the same door or reveal another, trust me. Whether the answer returns in the form you expected or arrives in a way you did not imagine, trust me. Whether I place you before familiar people or lead you into an entirely new room, trust me. I know the door that fits your calling. I know the environment where your soul can remain alive. I know the assignment that will provide for you and flow through you. I know how to bless you without burying you under what you prayed for. So stand ready, but remain surrendered. Keep your hands open. Keep your heart clean. Keep your eyes on me. I go before you into the assignment connected to the door. I walk beside you as provision begins to take shape. I stand behind you, turning old anxiety into testimony. And I stand ahead of you, reminding you that the open door is not only for career advancement, but for purpose, witness, provision, and my presence moving through your life. And now, my child, bring the door to me. Bring the career anxiety to me. Bring the unanswered question, the closed opportunity, the name of the company, the interview that still echoes in your mind, the application that still has not moved, the promotion that seemed near and then became silent, the contract that paused, the business idea that feels uncertain, the creative assignment that has not yet found its place, the ministry opportunity that seemed delayed, and the financial pressure you have carried quietly. Bring it all. Do not hold one piece back as though I cannot be trusted with it. The safest career future is the one surrendered into my hands. Pray with a sincere heart, beloved child. Lord, I surrender my career to you. I surrender my striving, my fear, my disappointment, and my need to control the outcome. I give you the door I thought was closed. I give you the door I keep hoping will reopen. I give you the door I am afraid to release. Calm the fear that rises when I do not understand your timing. Heal the rejection that made me question my value. Forgive the resentment that formed when I felt overlooked, delayed, or dismissed. Restore confidence where disappointment made me shrink back. Cleanse my motives where ambition became anxiety. Align my work with your will, my desire with your purpose, and my steps with your wisdom. Lord, review what needs to be reviewed. Open what needs to be opened. Close what needs to be closed. Redirect what needs to be redirected. Establish what belongs to you. If the same door is meant to reopen, let it reopen with peace, favor, clarity, and right timing. Let the communication return without confusion. Let the interview be covered with wisdom. Let the application be seen by the right eyes. Let the promotion come without sorrow. Let the contract be arranged with integrity. Let the business receive the provision, clients, strategy, and endurance it needs. Let the creative opportunity find its appointed place. Let the ministry assignment carry your presence and not human pressure. Let financial provision come in a way that honors you and preserves the soul. And if another door is better, Lord, give me the courage to recognize it. Do not let me cling to an old expectation so tightly that I miss a new mercy. Do not let me mistake redirection for abandonment. Do not let fear make me reject favor simply because it arrives in a form I did not imagine. Teach me to discern the difference between pressure and peace, between a good opportunity and a God-appointed assignment, between a door that flatters my ambition and a door that fits the calling you placed within me. Lead me not by panic, but by your Spirit. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Psalm 119, 105. Beloved child, I hear this prayer. I receive this surrender. I am not confused about your future. I am not late concerning what I have appointed. I know the work that will provide for you. I know the room that will form you. I know the assignment that will stretch you without destroying you. I know the provision that will meet your needs without becoming your master. Trust in me with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3:5. In all your ways acknowledge me, and I will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3:6. So, release the door into my hands. Release the fear. Release the timeline. Release the comparison. Release the need to prove that you are not behind. You are not behind when you are walking with me. You are not forgotten when I am forming you. You are not rejected when I am reviewing what belongs to your purpose. You are not without help. You are not without covering. You are not without direction. I go before you into the workplace. I walk beside you in the waiting. I stand behind you when you feel weak. I stand ahead of you, preparing a door that matches the assignment I placed within you. Receive my peace now. Let your heart become still. Let your hands open. Let your mind rest from the exhausting labor of trying to force what only I can establish. The career door is in my hands. The timing is in my hands. The decision makers are not beyond my reach. The economy is not greater than my provision. The rejection is not stronger than my redemption. The silence is not louder than my word. I am the God who reviews, opens, closes, redirects, and establishes every step. And as you go from this moment, do not go back to fear. Walk in surrender. Prepare with faithfulness. Speak with wisdom. Wait with peace. Move when I move you. Rest when I ask you to rest. Trust me when the answer is not yet visible. I am working in ways you have not seen. I am arranging what you could not arrange. I am guarding what you could not protect. I am leading you into a future that is safest when it is fully surrendered to me. If this prayer has spoken to your career season, leave your prayer request for career direction in the comments, and let this community stand with you in faith. Share this message with someone who feels discouraged about work, rejected by an opportunity, or uncertain about their next step. Subscribe for more faith-filled messages, and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss the next word of encouragement. And write this declaration in the comments as an act of surrender. My career door is in God's hands. Amen.